Need to fix my stream deck. You need to fix my stream deck. Are we on? Are we live? Hey, Ryan, we're live.
We're live.
Oh, but we're live, Steve. I can't talk to you right now. Welcome to Afternoon Market Action, everyone. My name is Glenn.
Oh, he remembered his name.
Yeah,
Finally.
what
My name is Ryan. Welcome, guys. And gals.
If you can hear us, by all means, please respond in the affirmative, preferably with VV Nation, to let us know that we are live and direct. Who says you can't hear Ryan?
I can't now.
You can now?
You can hear
It's
me?
always Ryan. Ryan, why are you always not able to be heard?
I'm the problem child, apparently.
Okay, there you go. Their VV Nation is coming in. So, before we get started, I got to let you know that Ryan looks like a 5-year-old who dressed himself all by himself in the dark this morning. Ryan, tell him what you're wearing and why.
That's kind of harsh, Glenn. So what I'm wearing, actually, if you see here, it's a jersey. It's a karate jersey. Want to give a shout out to my nephew. Big shout out. Really proud of him. He's actually, him and the family traveled to Arizona where the World Karate Championship will be held. And he's going for several titles there. So it's actually sponsored by Winners for Life is the organization, the karate organization. So just want to give a shout out to Dylan and wish good luck. But the reason why I'm also wearing the shirt is because of one thing that you learn a lot in karate, Glenn. And you know what that might be?
Discipline?
Discipline, yes. Well, the reason why I want to talk about that is because, you know, me and Glenn, you can watch us all day, every day. But if you don't have the discipline in your own trading habits, in your own portfolio, well, I mean, essentially watching us, you're kind of wasting your time. I know I've talked about it on shorts and some videos in the past. It's been a little while. But I would advocate anybody watching this that, you know, if you're a trader or investor, you know, start something that would add discipline to your life. I'm just using karate as an example because the day's the day, you know, whether it's, you know, just eating better, you know, exercising, you know, reading habits, something to practice discipline in your personal life. Because if you can do that, I have a strong feeling that discipline will carry over in your portfolio and your investing. What do you think about that, Glenn?
I think that you just said a lot of words. That's pretty much. That's pretty much what I was hearing. Discipline. I think that what you're saying though is right. Discipline is important. I'm seeing, just like we did in the alert today, do you buy the dip? I think that from that perspective, folks, stick to your trading plan. I am going to walk through a couple of different things of where you could put your money right now. But the scary thing about buying the dip is how low the dip can go. That's right.
That dip can keep dipping.
That dip can keep going. And I don't want you, and I don't think either one of us wants you to be in a situation where you get screwed over by buying the dip at the wrong time. So I am of the mindset, I think I know where the money is going, and I'm going to show you that today, where the money is going. And we got some stories to cover. I think will start to guide you in the direction of whether or not you should buy the dip. But I wanted to start off. Joey, put me on the screen that I need to be on right now. This is where it all starts. Where is the market? Where is the market? Dave answers the question nicely in regards to buying the dip. Wait for the primary wave to turn up. That's the first indication. It's a fast indicator, but if you're going to start buying the dip, nice. If we're going to start buying the dip, we have an indicator within the VectorVest system which will help you with that. So I know the alert that I put up is, should you buy the dip? No, buy the dip. We're going to talk a lot about that, and there's a lot of reasons why you need to be patient. Patience is so important, and I'm going to look at one other thing on the home screen. You know, you've heard me talk about use the home screen. What do you see? You see all three colors being represented. You see today a lot of red. One day does not make a trend. So when you talk about, is it time to buy the dip? What's the predominant color you see, Ryan?
Red.
Predominant color over the last 6 days, Ryan.
Oh, 6 days, yellow.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I didn't know you said 6 days.
Oh, God. Well, I'm looking at the color guard. So when I'm looking at the color guard, folks, that's the power of having the VectorVest software to have this information. Am I going to buy the dip yet? Well, not on a day where I've got all red, number one, but number two, over the last 6 days, I got more yellow. Number three, I've got all three colors being represented. The market is having a hard time making a decision. All right. So with that being said, does that answer your question right now about whether or not you should buy the dip? Yes or no? All right. And Dave is also right. Beware of the July high. And we did hit a July high. Dr. DeLito talks about that every year. Beware of the July high. And also another thing, be careful of the wall of worry. We ain't there yet. But watch the July high and the market pull back. And, when I hear the question about buying the dip, I want you guys to know that if you have a VectorVest subscription, you have access to that information right there. Right there. What would I be looking for, especially Dave is right? Let's wait for the primary wave to go up first.
Exactly.
Right? Is Tesla the reason why the market crashed? That's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons. And I think we're going to cover that today as well. People are looking at the big name tech stocks, right, Ryan? And
Correct.
When they do well, the market tends to do well. When they don't do well, the market tends not to do well. So I wanted to show and answer that question right off the bat, especially because it was the alert today. Should you buy the dip? If you want to and you're a little bit more aggressive, go do it. That's up to you. But by way of looking at VectorVest, we're going to tell you, be patient. Dave is right. Be patient. I need to take karate because I need discipline, says Alfredo. Well, Ryan might be able to help you. All right, real quick. Questions come up about, whether we're live or not. When you see here, when we're coming up, it'll show you how much time is left before we start. It'll show you what time we start. If you don't see this information, most likely it's a video. It is a pre-recorded video. But you'll also see if this is a live presentation right here. It says that we're live. Now, after today, let's say you're looking at this July 25th. You still see that this is live, but this was done on July 24th. Then you know that it was a live that was recorded. And if you want to be notified, make sure that you click this notify me. We will let you know before the live situation happens. All right?
Okay.
So I wanted to put that out there because we get questions about this. Is this live? Is this recorded? We do 4 lives a week. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We do 4 lives a week. But we have recorded videos every day at 6 p.m. All right. Now, Walter says he's buying the dips on chips. That's good potatoes. All right.
Well, they're still dipping. Nvidia's down again today, 116. So while if that's your plan, again, have discipline. That's all I'm going to say.
So let's talk about that. I just talked about where the money is going. I put up a performance graph of the VVC, the IWM, the S&P, and the Qs. What is going over the last month? Where is the money going? Look at the graph. Where's the money going over the last month? Red, IWM. That is still where the money is going. All right. Again, with the VectorVest system, we have the ability to look and test and see on a performance graph what indice is moving. So the chips, you want to buy chips. Well, there's the Qs. Where's the Qs? Look at that. Be careful trying to buy the dip on chips, Walter. This is the information that'll help you make the right decision. Do you understand? Walter, does this make sense? You say you want to buy the dip. I want to show you something else. What's the Qs doing? Look at that.
Dropping.
Look at the Qs.
Still dropping.
Look at the S&P 500. Look at what else am I looking at? There's what is this one? Oh, that's the Qs. What is this one? The VVC. Now, besides Walter, does this make sense to everybody? Type a 1 if it makes sense. Type a 2 if you're confused. looking at the indices. Now, I'm looking at the IWM trending lower, but outpacing the other indices. So if I'm looking to buy the dip on anything, I'd be looking more like at the IWM. And why is that important? Because Ryan's video tonight is going to talk specifically about how to find stocks in this space that's outperforming all of these other indices. Folks, this is why we do what we do, and this is why, it's not all about what I say, it's not all about what Ryan says, it's all about what the VectorVest system says. If I'm going to buy the dip on anything, folks, even though it's moving lower,
low caps,
that's where we're going to look. One last thing before we get into it, from the perspective, Akshaya, you here? Man, Akshaya keeps giving me gruff for the rate cut. For the rate cut, I still don't think it happens in September, but Akshaya keeps showing me all the other people who have a record of being right and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, this is what's important. Earnings are still rising. Earnings are starting to flatten out, though. There's earnings. There's for, not inflation. This is for interest rates. All right. This is for CPI, which is falling, which is cooling. Our earnings trend indicator that lets us know if we're in a bull or bear market. It's still above the value of 1. We're still in the bull market, even though we're leveling off. I saw that Nectarios Canada did a rate cut today.
It was quarter point.
Yeah, I'm of the mindset, let them do what they got to do. We need to do what we need to do for us. We need to do what we need to do for us.
I think our economy and their economies, two totally different things.
Absolutely. So I still think that if the economy is moving, we see earnings, which is a big major driver of a market, of an economy, still rising. It's hard to cut interest rates in that kind of environment. All right. So, and Energy says short everything. No, I ain't telling you to short everything. Nothing's telling me to tell you to short everything. Not yet. Not yet.
I'm more on the boat of protecting profits rather than playing to the downside.
Managing stocks, right? Managing the stocks that you have. I've taken stocks off the table. Right now, I only own 2 stocks. I own Palantir and I own something else. Oh, I did pick up a day trade today because of the market. I did pick up SOXS. I did. That's a day trade. I'm taking advantage of the big move to the downside. It will be a day trade on SOXS today. If the U.S. sneezes, Canada catches a cold. That's not a nice thing to say. I'm not. Why is your color guard all red today? Mine is all yellow. Ooh, Duncan, are you looking at end of day? Do we still have end of day? We still do have end of day?
I think he's still on end of day data.
All right, well, I think, Duncan, that's why. I'm looking at real-time data. You may be looking at end of day data. All right. Sloppy Joe says, starting fresh, love the app, watched all the videos. I shared yours on my Instagram, got 38,000 followers, hoping they come in. Man, Sloppy Joe's, get him here. You got 38K followers, get him here. Help us to grow. We'll help you to grow. Listen, we'll grow together. Just don't eat vegetables. If we got to grow eating vegetables, we're not. Oh, by the way, Ryan and I and Joey all went to Cava today. If you want to know what we got to say about Cava, I think that was my first time that I remember going to Cava. Wait, before we go talk about your stocks, we'll talk about what we thought about Cava. All right.
Yep.
Wow, that mess with Tesla today. Yeah, Ryan, that's one of Ryan's stories. I'm going to go look at the stories that we got going on. First one is mine. CrowdStrike says the bug in quality control process led to botched update. How many of you are buying the dip on CrowdStrike? Type of 1 in the room. How many of you are staying away from CrowdStrike right now? How many of you are buying the dip on CrowdStrike? Type of 1. If you're staying away from CrowdStrike right now, type of 2. I want to see how many of you think that CrowdStrike is a buying opportunity. I think that CrowdStrike is still a great stock. It's still a good stock. It's still one of my favorite stocks in the cybersecurity space. But I'm wanting to see how many of you are trying to buy the dip. Again, the alert today was all about buying the dip. I'm trying to see, wow, a lot of 2s. How about you, Ryan?
Not yet. I'm looking around 262 to 240
Okay.
for price action to final level support. Right now, it just entered that around 261.92. So I'm close. It is starting to diverge away from that lower Bollinger Band, showing that downside momentum starting to wane. But for me, it's still a little too early to tell. If we can get back above, what was this here? This high is probably about 284. I'd be a little bit more optimistic. But it's got some work to do. I mean, the stock went from $400 to in the 260s within a matter of a week. So that's a lot of momentum to the downside. I'm not in a rush to jump in.
Shariki, I'm going to put that on my list as a stock to look at. Shariki asks, VRT earnings up yesterday, but stock dropped 10%. Ryan, on your side, take a look and see what VRT's guidance was. Even if they beat earnings, I'm curious to know what the guidance was. All right, so I wanted to know where your mindset was on CrowdStrike. Again, I still think that it's a fundamentally sound stock. I think that the botched update just screwed up them for a little bit. I'm waiting. I still think it's got upside, especially with all the AI stuff. Cybersecurity is going to play a major role in that as well. But I'm with you guys. I'm not about ready to buy CrowdStrike just quite yet. All right, next story. This is Ryan's story.
What story is that? Because I can't see your screen.
My gosh, why can't you see the screen? It says...
I've messaged you several times in Teams.
oh, did you?
But what story is it?
What did you say? I don't see...
Can't see your screen?
Can't see your screen. He can't see the screen.
This is sharing.
All right, this is the LVMH, world's largest luxury group, slumps 4% after second quarter revenue miss.
Perfect. Yeah. So Louis Vuitton, Moet, this stock has been on a roar over the last 12 months. However, revenue came in a little bit weak. The sales came in at just shy of $21 billion in the second quarter. That was lower, expected by analysts. Now, where the sales hit was Asia. Excluding Japan, fell 14% in the second quarter. So ultimately, this list, I am shorting LVMH this week. I just think, with inflation and economic issues going along right now, we're seeing that weakness play out, especially in the luxury market. And this data really concentrates on that, essentially. Now, just to give you a data point here, Japan... the sales in Japan was down 57% year over year. So just give you a sense of where the consumer is at there. So I'm thinking pretty weak, but yeah, I'm going short on LVMH. I think this really just lets investors know that consumers might be getting a little tired when it comes to higher end luxury goods. So I think with the market going down, I think shorting the stock, it would be a good play.
It's disposable income or lack thereof, right? You would
yes,
think? Yeah.
Exactly. Especially with inflation now and the pressures on the consumer, I believe this is going to be one of the first companies to take a real hit from that.
Google released earnings yesterday. That's another story that we're going to look at, Issa. It was rated as undervalued, but it dropped almost 5%. One of the things that you'll find out when Ryan and I ever talk about what we think is going on with an earnings play is the forward guidance. We got nothing for forward guidance. That's the problem. Mm-hmm. And the forward guidance can kill a stock. Even if it beats earnings and revenue, the guidance can kill a stock, Issa. So that's something that neither one of us have control over. Mm-hmm. All right, why is my color guard all yellow and you're red? Duncan, do you have end of day data with VectorVest? All right. If you have...
Yeah, it won't update till about 6 p.m.
That's right. All right. Google's doing some interest. What is that? Oh, you're so smart. Joey, he's my big boy that's grown up. Such a good... I should pinch your cheeks. You're such a big boy now. All right. Next story. Are you done with this one, by the way?
Yep.
Next story. Visa. This is interesting. Visa AI helped block 80 million fraudulent transactions in 2023.
Wow.
That's a big story. That's a big,
That's 80 million transactions. I'm sure that would turn into billions of dollars.
maybe even getting close to trillion, right?
Maybe,
That's a
yeah.
lot of money. AI is so prevalent in the market today, which is why I've said on more than one occasion, AI is not done yet. AI is not done and over with, but that's huge for Visa. That's all I'm looking at is the headline. We'll look at the stock in a minute. Talking about Tesla, Ryan Story, Tesla shares for 11%.
Yeah. And right now it's down about that, 10.8%. So you can see the pressure is on when it comes to Tesla. Now, the second quarter earnings missed expectations. Because of that, the revenue declined 7% year over year. The focus from the call has been automotive business. And with the pressure, from competition with China, you can see, the measures they've taken to lower the cost has greatly affected the revenue of the company. Now, other than, I've said this before, other than, the electric vehicles, Tesla and Elon Musk has, made, many promises, in regards to their, the ride-hailing service, robo-taxis, humanoid robots. I didn't really hear too much about that. It's not much mentioned in this article here. But unless those things really come to fruition, I think Tesla's going to have more troubles ahead than good days, if they don't get these items to fruition.
Stop fighting with China with the price. You're not going to get there.
No.
Boyd puts out a car for $11,000. Tesla, Elon, you ain't getting there. It ain't happening.
Oh, what I did find interesting from this article, actually, and going back to, Elon's grand plan with Tesla, is they want Tesla investors to flip the bill for $5 billion. So that way Elon can go further along with his startup company, XAI.
Yeah, I put that on my Twitter today.
And the XAI is really going to be the data center behind Tesla when it comes to their autonomous driving. If they want these robo-taxis, these ride-hailing services, the other futuristic endeavors that Elon is going for here, the AI is going to be a huge critical point to this. So I see the plan. It's just a matter if it comes to fruition. I think that investment in XAI, with everything going on with Tesla, probably a good idea, So obviously the stocks will be under pressure right now, but I'm still bullish in the long term for Tesla.
I am too, but you know something? With what's going on, I might short term play the short side of Tesla.
Yeah, especially with the market.
Yeah.
And just, with this, this breaking news here with its earnings call down 11%, not a bad idea. If you rode Tesla up, over the last few weeks, protect profits there. But, unless Tesla or Elon comes out and says, hey, we're having problems with the robots or taxis, things of that nature, there's some really good news on the horizon here. Just the next few months. I'd say by fall time, we'll get some real serious updates. I have a feeling if all works out well, this stock could really soar. So I know right now is a rough day for Tesla, and I'm actually shorting it. I got it in the list here for TSLQ for the watch list this week. But in the long term, I am a believer in Tesla right now.
All right. Next story, company that did beat. AT&T subscriber additions beat expectations. Free cash flow swells to $4.6 billion.
Yeah, I saw that.
I like the story. I like the stock. The company added 419,000 postpaid phones net adds in quarter two, beating the Bloomberg estimate of 200. That's a beat by a lot of phones. While the total wireless net add declined slightly as a result of significant drop in prepaid phones. I didn't know that people were still doing prepaid phones. Who the hell is doing that? I don't know. I didn't know. I didn't know that was still a big part of the business. T says stay away from AT&T. Well, it's tough to stay away from a company that's beaten earnings. So nearly 4 out of every 10 AT&T fiber households also choose AT&T. Who do you have as your wireless, Ryan?
For my phone or the house?
For the phone.
For the phone, Metro Mobile.
Oh, gosh. All right. I don't even know why I'm talking to you, then. I got AT&T. Joey, who do you have for
you
phone
have
service?
AT&T?
Joey has AT&T as well.
I mean, dude, I can't beat it. We're on Verizon towers. I got 2 lines for $55 a month. Can't beat it. I'll take it.
You can beat it because if you're far away and I'm far away, I bet you who's got service and who doesn't. So you can.
I don't know. I'm on Verizon towers, so we'll see.
Yeah, we had.
I was shocked when I first got the phone. I mean, the mountains. I've traveled quite a bit, even some international, and it's held up quite a bit.
No,
so I was Verizon before.
That's fake service. You don't have real service. That's fake service. You don't have real service. You got fake service.
That's because I have an Android, isn't it?
Burner phones. So I'm like, who still has
burner
phones? Criminals, drug dealers. You need prepaid phones if you're selling certain stuff. Everybody's saying, I don't know. Nectarios, I can hear you now. I can hear you. I'm on AT&T every other word plan.
Every other word plan.
Every other word plan. Wow. All right, let's go to the next story. Wow. Ryan's story. Alphabet meets earnings expectations but misses on YouTube ad revenue.
Yeah. So YouTube ad revenue, I mean, that's kind of been like the bread and butter when it comes to Google lately. Now, their revenue was up 14% year over year. What was the factor here? Cloud services, which surpassed $10 billion in the quarterly revenue.
That's a lot of money.
So in the article, as I looked over, essentially it would just say with the economy and a lot of companies not having the marketing budgets that we've seen in prior years, they're cutting cost. And where they're seeing that is the YouTube ad revenue. But it's all right, Google. I mean, they've got their tentacles in everything. Their cloud service is doing just fine. And I'm sure their AI products are doing even better. I mean, Google's down $10 today, 5%. The stock was already undervalued compared to the VectorVest metrics, but now it's definitely undervalued, another 5%. I'm not saying go out and buy it today. Look at the chart. We'll take a look at it today here in a little bit. But I'm really liking Google, especially just for a long-term play, kind of buy the dip mentality. Not quite yet, but I'm getting real close. I was actually thinking about buying a call on Google here in the near future, depending on what the chart does.
All right. Next story, Enphase, another beat. Enphase Energy stock rises on healthy Q3 bookings.
Nice.
Our healthiest that they've been in a year. The energy tech company expects Q3 revenue in the range of $370 to $410 million, in line with consensus, which includes shipments of 160 to 180 megawatt hours of IQ batteries. Again, we're still early in the hurricane season. This is one of my hurricane stocks. I don't know if I gave a price target on that. I give them price targets on a lot of stocks. I don't think Enphase was one of them. No, Apple, Palantir, and Tesla. I still had, what's Tesla trading at? I had a $250 price target on Tesla.
What price?
$250.
Oh God, it's way below that now.
Yeah. Well, I forgot which stock.
$219?
Yeah, it is. How did Google lose in ad revenue? I see 5 commercials on every video. Maybe they need to have 10.
Commercials.
And the problem is they need to have 10. That's the problem. All right. So I like Enphase. I like Enphase because they did well in earnings. I like Enphase because we're in the hurricane season as well. A lot of generators are going to be needed. I am big on Enphase. All right. 4 stocks to watch on Wednesday, which is today. I only want to look at 2 of them because earnings are coming up. Q2 earnings after the closing bell today. IBM and on ServiceNow will also garner attention with the software company deliver Q2 earnings results after the market close. IBM and Now, I'm going to look at those 2 stocks in my earnings graph and give some insight on what I think about those. Generac, I think, is another cool stock. I'm I'm going to write that down. GNRC. I want to take a look at that. I think that's a good stock, Issa. Let's go take a look at which one could be better.
RTX earnings tomorrow.
I was going to do a short on it, but Joey screwed up my computer, so I can't do it. But maybe I might. Raytheon, I really like the aerospace and defense market. I got my eye on DFEN. DFEN. I talked about it in the Jockey Club yesterday. It took a hit today, but that's something that I do like long term. They were talking about how many rounds that were fired from the Eisenhower in the Middle East, like 800. Those all need to be replaced. It's back in port now. There's another carrier out there replacing them. But folks, with all of these munitions that, surface to air, air to air, all of these rockets and munitions that are being fired, they need to be replenished. Keep your eye on DFEN. DFEN. All right.
Not just the United States. We're seeing military buildup around the world. I've seen some videos. Poland definitely stepping it up in their military budget.
Do I care?
Do I care?
Do I care? I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I'm watching Ryan wear that shirt that shouts that out to me, and I gladly stand up. Yeah, so I'm all about the U.S. I'm all about the U.S., and I think the aerospace and defense arena is a good spot to be in. That's a great spot to be in. Atomic bombers. What the heck is an atomic bomber? I don't know what that is.
When?
All right, one last story. Oh, that was the last story. That was the last story.
That was the last
story. Let's get.
Are you sure, Glenn? We ain't got no more stories.
We ain't got no more stories. That's enough stories. There's always more stories. Joey says there's always enough. There's always more stories. Listen. All right. What do we got to do now? Let's go. So we looked at the market timing graph. Look at that. I drew a little.
We're getting
stop
that breakout.
Putting your mouse over my mouse. Move it out of the way.
I'm going to chase your mouse.
Stop chasing my mouse. Run it all over the place. We had a little wedge. Look at that. We breaking down to the bottom level of that wedge. I need you guys who are VectorVest subscriber to keep your eyes on this level of the composite, sitting at $67.32. All right, $67. That's a good level of support, which supports this level of a gap up. Gaps like to be filled. I'm looking at our indicators. Only the MTI is above the value of 1. The buy to sell ratio and RT both below 1. I think the market still has some downside. We'll see. Do I think the market's going to run away to the downside? That I don't know yet. Ryan, you want to speculate on that?
I don't think we're going to get a huge pullback as of right now. But you know what's really going to decide that? Friday's PCE data.
Yeah. So we got some data coming out.
If we get the breakout today, market probably have jitters tomorrow, just the day before the PCE data. So I mean, me personally, and it's in tonight's video. The one hint from tonight's video I will give you is if you haven't bought stocks already, especially the small or low cap mid stocks, my bit of advice in that video is wait for the PCE data.
There you go.
Because you don't want to buy it right before the big news comes out, and what if the market doesn't like the data? Then you get screwed.
Look at this. You see the VIX on your screen, Ryan?
Yeah. What is that?
18.82% up.
Ooh.
We're actually at 17.49. We're getting close to that $20 value where once we get to $20, people are scared in the market, and we got a lot of volatility. All right. Neil says market's collapsing. Yeah, you know something? I don't call it collapsing yet. We were in this channel for about a month or so. Broke out. IWM stocks rock and rolling. AI stocks took a breather. I don't think
they need a breather, though.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree in regards to that. Wow, that's the highest for quite a while. The VIX, more. That's why I wanted to show it. All right, let's go to our stocks. Let's start with Joey's picks.
Yeah.
Joey's picks. Joey, high five. I'm giving you a high five. I want them to see your hand. They can't see your hand.
All the way over there.
Oh my gosh, stretch! Here's Joey's hand. All right, another week of cash. Another week of cash. I think that's smart on Joey's part. His picks last week were cash. That's 2 weeks in a row. It's 2 weeks in a row on cash. I think that is a smart play for Joey. I think that is a smart play for Joey. He doesn't always have smart plays, but this is time he does. Let's go look at Ryan's picks. Let's go look at Ryan's picks last week. Ryan, what did you pick last week? Do you remember? Do you remember?
All the good stuff.
The spots you
maybe not. Maybe
last
not.
week.
I don't know. Well, I would see. Last week I was well balanced. I had low caps blended in with some big tech. So hopefully the low caps.
So what is that? What do you mean? What do you think is going to happen?
I'm hoping that.
I'm just asking for a friend. Joey wants to know. What do you think?
From TSM and ASML.
Let's go back 1 week. Let's do a quick test of all. You're only down 0.5%. Axios Financial. Yep. I don't know what the hell TBBBBBBBB. Oh, Bancorp. TBBBBBBBBK went up.
All my small caps did good. It's kind of blended together. TSM, that's the big hit. Yeah.
The small caps. I'm going to love your video tonight. The small caps are probably the way to go. Just make sure you have stops on them. That's the big thing.
Yeah. Discipline.
All right. Ryan's picks this week. Janice says, amen, Joey. I think smart play. Here's your picks.
Yep. So Louis Vuitton, I'm shorting.
Okay.
You can see like RV below 1, sell rating, RT below 1. All these, actually, all the indicators look good for shorting. Growth rate, sales rate, nothing special there. 2 of them are up today.
Wow, look at the Tesla one.
Tesla up 21%, Google up 5%. So yeah, I'm shorting Moet this week. So yeah, I'm pretty confident in these. I mean, we got sell ratings, RT's below 1, so they're already in downtrend. Nothing crazy good with their forecasted. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I think this will be a good pick over the next few days.
All right, let me go look at my picks for last week. Do you remember? The stocks. Oh gosh, I'm gonna get my ass kicked. Sorry, Johnson & Johnson. No, maybe not. Oh, I played the Russell. I played the S&P 500 value.
I think you're getting smoked.
All right, you might be right.
I'm curious what your Amazon's doing. I probably should have told my mom to sell her Amazon. I saw it about 190.
Just tell the world that you're a bad son. I think that's what you just did. All right,
well, I got her into it at 110, so I ain't the worst son.
Let's quick test. Down. Wow. Shut up, Joey. Joey's sitting there. You didn't play nothing. You're going to sit there and go,
bamboozled. Look at Glenn got bamboozled.
Holy
Glenn, it don't matter what you picked last week. It was going down.
Holy smokes. You
got the value. You've got the small caps. You've got Amazon, Netflix.
I was down less than the market.
You picked everything.
I was down less than the market, but it was not good. Holy smokes. Sigh. Ryan's mom. Ryan's a good son, says John. All right. Oh, boy. My stocks did nothing last week. Oh, they did something. They all went down. Joey wins again. He didn't do anything. Janice, I'm about to put Janice in the timeout. That's what I'm going to do. I'm putting Janice. I've never put Janice in the timeout.
Going back to karate, Joey is just being disciplined.
Whatever. Oh, my God.
It's appropriate. You know,
y'all are gonna.
I'm on the Joey. Hey, when the JPI isn't working, you just want to go to cash. Ain't that right?
I'm so getting ready to just shut you down, and I almost hit the button to hit leave. I almost did, and you would have not been there, and Joey would have been sitting here going, "Damn," I would have just shut you down. Oh gosh.
John Boston says Joey has cash diamond hands.
Whatever. All right.
Cash hands. Baby.
Cash hands. All right, but Janice is our cheerleader. Janice, I'm still almost getting ready to put you in a timeout. Joey, listen to what Glenn preaches. So why is he having a fit?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I learned this.
Really? Oh, now you learned something from me. You learned something from me.
Yeah.
Janice,
whatever.
The storm you just caused over here.
Wow. Why is my... Because, Duncan, I answered your question. Let me see. 1, 2, 4 times. You might have end-of-day data, Duncan.
Yeah, if you do have real-time or intraday data and it's locked into yesterday, you probably just need to shut it down and reopen it.
Yeah.
But it does sound like you're on end-of-day data, if I had to guess.
All right.
Use the mobile app. The mobile app, you'll have 15-minute delay.
At least.
Duncan.
That's correct.
So if you don't have the mobile app, and that's for anybody, if you have an end-of-day subscription and you want intraday data, 15-minute delay data, download the app. You get the data with your subscription.
High five. Hit the wall, Ryan. I'm giving you a high five. All right. That's a good call right there, because I don't think a lot of people realize that. With the mobile app, you will at least get intraday.
Which is nice because most people are gone at work or whatever during the day. By the time you get home after work around 6 p.m., the data is usually updated.
All right. What do we need? Let's go look at customer picks. Did I change customer picks this week? Nothing. Customer picks last week? Nothing. Oh, we didn't do their picks last week?
No, we didn't have time. We were talking too much.
All right. Well, today we're going to do their picks.
Oh, it was Fed speaking too.
When? When?
Oh, last week, wasn't it?
No, the Fed didn't speak. What happened last week? I think we just did talk too much.
Oh, it was probably you.
Wow.
Probably
wow.
Glenn was talking too much.
I like that. Remorse says, all right, Ryan, you've convinced me to download the app. I dislike phone apps. Way to go, Remorse. I think you will not be disappointed with the mobile app at all. Talking about the mobile
really
app.
Easy to use too.
Talk about the mobile app. Every Friday, I walk you guys through the mobile app coaching. Every Friday at 12 p.m., I walk you through the mobile app coaching. Just pointing out the obvious. See, y'all are gonna get on my nerves today. Oh wait, I'm beginning to wonder if y'all had margaritas at Cava. Oh, so we're getting ready to put their stocks in. All right. So Ryan, let's talk about our lunch today at Cava.
Well, unfortunately, Janice, we were still on the clock, so no margaritas.
Okay, that's true.
And Cava doesn't sell margaritas, unfortunately.
All right. So first off, it took us a long time to park. It took us forever to park. Joey was standing outside all by his lonesome. And me and Ryan, we were in the Ken car. And we were driving around.
It was quite the sight.
It was quite the sight. So Ryan's got a convertible. And you got a white guy and a black guy in cowboy hats running around. Wearing cowboy hats in a convertible. Which was quite the scene. Which was already quite the scene. All right, so we get there. Joey shoots the video. We put it up on YouTube for you guys. And they're sitting there. No, Janice, this was the story. No apology to the room. This was part of what we said we were going to talk about. So we get there. The line is long. They ain't got no ice. So our drinks we couldn't put, I don't know. It was a bad experience for me. So I get up there. There and I look at.
Way too busy for how they were staffed.
All right. So we get up there. My first time there, I'm like, all this stuff. I said, I want rice. She says, you don't want any greens? I said, no. Then we moved down, and they got all.
No, you said you were allergic to greens.
Oh, that's what I did say.
And the lady started laughing.
Yeah, I did say that I was allergic to greens. So then we go down, and they got all these scoops of sauces. I said, I don't want none of that. So then I go, I just want the protein. So I got 3 full servings of steak.
Triple protein.
I got triple protein. Steak, chicken, and some spicy chicken. And then I got some corn. That was it.
You didn't even try Cava. You literally got rice, a ton of protein, and some corn salsa.
That was all I needed. And that was that.
That's all I needed.
My meal, just to let you know, because of that, my meal was about $30. Mm-hmm. About $30 damn dollars. So then I posted what I had. I showed what Ryan had, and I showed what Joey had. And that's what we did at Cava. My thing, I'm a Chipotle guy. That's what it comes down to. I'm a Chipotle guy. Ryan, you want to add to that story before we put in their stocks?
The food was good. But yeah, as far as the service, the experience, it was lackluster. It was.
All right.
Chipotle is good. Like I said, both of them are very similar where you just build a bowl with the proteins. but one is Mediterranean and one goes the Mexican route.
I guess I like the Mexican more so than the Mediterranean.
But I know what you're saying, Glenn. Yeah, the service experience. I mean, it was busy. I will say business is booming because they had about 3 people working there serving. What is there? Probably 40 people in that little store.
Yeah, there was a lot of folks in there.
There was a line.
There's a lot of folks in there. All right. You got any more?
No, let's look at their stock.
All right. How many likes do we have, Joey?
60.
All right. I'm going to give him 10 stocks anyway. I got 1, 2,
Hit that like button.
Hold on. CMG,
VRT, yep.
MSTR, comma, TSLS, comma, GNRC, comma, LHX. Ryan, give me 5 more stocks.
FTAI,
FTAI,
SMCI,
Y,
CPRX,
CPRX,
APO,
APO, okay,
SOLV.
SOLV. What the heck is that? All right. There's your stocks. I gave you more than the likes.
Probably one of those low cap companies we're looking for.
I gave you more than the likes. So I gave you 11. We're only at 70 some odd likes. So there we go.
Look at SMCI sell rating.
Look at the sell rated stocks. Holy smokes.
Down 10%.
Look at that. Sell, VRT sell, Chipotle sell, Tesla sell. Well, that's a bearish. I'm going to take that one. That's a bearish.
That's the one sale you might want to buy.
Right. But man, someone asked about VRT. I'm going to look at sigh.
It's getting pummeled today. 12%.
I want to look at the 3 cells. View the stock graph. Someone said they want to look at.
Ooh, that's ugly.
There's a 3-month graph on the Star Search. Where would you like to see us go next? Everybody better vote for Chipotle. Because if you don't,
what are the choices?
I've never been to Shake Shack.
Oh my God! Do you ever go anywhere besides Golden Corral?
No. All right, everybody better say Chipotle. That's all I gotta say.
Chipotle, 64%.
Look at SMCI. The answer to that is no, and the answer's been no for a minute. Hasn't had any time in the fast lane.
Mm-mm.
And now it's a sell recommendation. SMCI is a tough play. I wouldn't be there.
I'd be more concerned about protecting profits.
What's
than trying to buy the dip?
What's your entry point in SMCI? Aggressively back in the middle lane. More confirmation in the fast lane. All right, if I can see the stock moving up in the middle lane with an upward trend like here, that's a more aggressive move. But as soon as it gets in the middle lane, I'm getting out. So I'm not looking at SMCI anytime soon until I can at least see a trend higher or back in the middle lane trending higher. All right.
Correct.
Choices were McDonald's, Chipotle, McDonald's, and Starbucks. Oh, I'm not trying to.
And it looks like SMCI is about to approach a new 3-month low. You see that?
Right there at 670, 640.
Yeah, it's real close.
All right. So I'd like to see the bounce, but I'd like to at least see it in the middle lane. I'd like to see it trending higher. All right, they'll go wherever you're buying, boss. No, we bought our own today. I didn't buy for them. Joey was like, Glenn's buying. I was like, I was going to say some choice words.
Yeah, he said, yeah.
And I was like, VRT, man, that was an earnings play, wasn't it? Yep. Look at that, big in the slow lane. It wasn't.
What I don't like here is there's no gap down today. It's all during the market open. We're seeing that selling pressure.
Yep.
Follow through to the downside. Yeah, I'd protect profits right now if you're in it.
And notice that prior to earnings, it wasn't in the fast lane. Was it trending higher? Remember I said that as aggressive move, trending higher, at least in the middle lane? Now you see why I call it aggressive. I'd like to see it in the fast lane with rising volume. All right. And the question was, what restaurant do you want us you want us to go to next? So we all answered probably differently. Chipotle is still. It looks like we're going to Chipotle. You need to stop it now because we're going to Chipotle. Joey's not. We got
McDonald's.
Oh, I'm not going. Wow, there's Chipotle. Earnings play.
We gotta go help them out.
Look at that. Oof.
Now go pull up Cava. Type in Cava right there. Or wait, no, you'll ruin
that's
all
fine.
your stocks.
All right, I got them
Just
both.
want to compare the two.
There's
Now,
Chipotle.
you may not like their food, Glenn, but we'll see if you like their stock.
They both look crap.
They're both pulling back.
But you know, Cava had a nice run. Look at that. Beautiful run where Chipotle really, really, really didn't. So it looks like more eyeballs, more taste buds towards the Cava side. Not right now, but more so. All right?
Yeah.
Glenn, check out this VRT after earnings was up yesterday. Today, 6 a.m. jump. But 9:30 when the market opened for options was down 88. I can't understand this. My option expired. All right, let me do something for you real quick. Let's go to research. Go to where is it?
You want earnings whisper?
No, I was going to
Or
go to
tip
tip
ranks?
ranks and VRT. And this is what I use. This is where I use to get an idea of price target. All right, where I get an idea of price target. Where's the options? You're going to get to see a little secret inside of my head that how I use to find where stock's price is going. Open interest sorted by, what's the stock's price at right now? 79. Wow. Look at that. Oof.
A lot of open interest at 95.
Yeah, but a lot of open interest at 95. There it is. Look at the percentage change. That's not what I like. And it's going down. People are more bearish. Let's go look at strikes. Let's go look at the put call. There's the put side. Open interest on the put side. Open interest on the put side was at 89. It's going higher. I don't know. I don't have an answer. By way of the options calls, option puts. Oh, there, that does make sense. The 89 put, it's below. That does make sense. 112% change on the 87 put. So there was more push to the downside by way of options, Sharik. There was more open interest towards the stock's price going lower, and that's where the money's going. All right. I just wanted to show that real quick. Let's go to the next stock. CMG. Oh, those two. I can close this one, right? There we go. Let's go look at all your picks. Graph them all. 3 months. FTAI still looks good. CAMT is another stock that I like graphically, but even on a down day, stop moving your mouse. Even on a down day, a lot of selling pressure, but still in the fast lane on rising volume and rising earnings per share.
I like it.
I do too. I still do like it. Just be careful though. Monitor it. Have stops in place. APO, bottom left, top right, fast lane. Boom. Down day. I would never buy a stock on a down day, but it's where it needs to be. I got a little bit of a shooting star pattern, possibly coming off the high, but still in the fast lane. If I own it, leave it alone. But if it goes into the middle lane, I'm thinking about taking some off the table. And I don't know. It says sell a call. I don't know. Let me see where the RV and RS are. RV. I want to see if this is fundamentally sound. RV and RS. Above one.
Yeah,
and
way
I
above
would sell
one.
a call on this. This is something I would manage. I like the move. I like the rising earnings. Long term, I like this. Without getting out of it, I think you're right. I'd sell a covered call on this. You agree with that, Ryan?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go to the next stock. Oof. We looked at that. CPRX. In the fast lane, look at the selling pressure over the last 2 days. That is a gravestone doji. It's in the fast lane, but that's a lot of selling pressure. If you own it, I wouldn't be afraid for you to take half off the table now. Agree or disagree, Ryan?
I agree.
All right.
Especially with that upper wick right there.
Yeah.
Oof, doesn't look too good.
All right. But it's in the fast lane. Both DPOs are positive. I would not be afraid to sell half with that candlestick right there. Computers went out yesterday all over the area. What computers? Oh, did they really? Why? Friends of mine had food poisoning at Chipotle.
Ooh.
Have you ever had food poisoning from a restaurant? I've never.
I have.
I've never. Oh, you have too?
A few times, not very often.
All right, LHX, bottom left, top right, fast lane, boom, down day. Down day. And actually, if you look from the high, watch that. It's trending lower. Just be careful with that. If you own it, tighten stops. If you own it, tighten stops. All right? It's definitely in the fast lane, but moving sideways. Tighten stops. Yep, bad cheese sauce. I don't eat cheese sauce. That's nasty. All right, Ryan.
You don't eat any sauces.
I don't eat any of those sauces. Woof. Generac is much.
Oh no!
So someone
not
asked
with today's
me.
Candlestick.
Someone asked me about Generac as compared to Enphase. Generac right now was in the fast lane as of yesterday, in the middle lane today. If I own it, notice that it was moving sideways as well. I don't want to be a holder of Generac right now. Ryan, agree or disagree?
Oh, I agree, especially with price action crossing into the slow lane.
Okay. That's the middle lane. It's not the slow lane.
Or middle lane, yeah.
We looked at VRT. MicroStrategy.
It's approaching.
A lot of these companies, a lot of these tech companies are taking a breather. But MicroStrategy was a little bit all over the place as well over the last 3 months. Right now, I wouldn't be afraid to take half off the table, especially if you got profit. Ryan, what do you, not that one. What do you think about this one? I don't know anything about this. What do you think about this?
I think it broke its downward trend line right here.
It
Looks like a
did?
perfect downward trend line.
I'll
As soon
draw
as
it.
it broke it, went to the upside. 3 really good bullish candlesticks here. We got a perfect retest on this Bollinger Band, which kept us into the fast lane, and we're moving on up. I like it right now. I say, maybe with a trailing stop or, some simple kind of plan in place, you can capture some momentum in a couple bucks here.
What kind of trail would you put on it?
What is that? 58. What is that there? 55. Probably 5 to 8%.
I was thinking 7. 7.
Hey, probably don't. I would think you'd need much on here as far as a trail.
I agree. I do like the pinch, a little pinch here in the breakout in the bands.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm with you on that, buddy. What about this one?
Tesla, look at that big gap up today. Like we've said before, jumping in right now, if you're not already in it, I'd wait till we get in the fast lane.
I like that idea.
We're so close, I'd give up the couple bucks just to get to see the confirmation. If you're already in it, I'd say if it comes back more than halfway to this gap here from yesterday, get ready to cut your losses.
I'm going to give you a price of about $17.05. You like that?
Yep.
Okay.
It's about halfway through the gap. I like it.
$17.05.
Because once you go halfway through the gap, it's going to be tempted to fill the gap, and then it's so close to that prior low. I would rather just cut losses early, have a tighter stop.
All right. You know what I like? I like you guys today. 5 more stocks. That's it. We got 3 minutes. 5 more stocks.
Oh, man, maybe he did like Cava. He's in a good mood.
Whatever. 5 more stocks. Go. 5 more stocks. Go.
I think we should do Disney.
I'm gonna punch you for that. Give me 5 more. Call them off, Ryan. Call them off.
All right, let's see here. Oh, wait. Where's my comments? I can't see them.
NBR, comma ELF.
Oh, there we go.
Comma serve.
Serve, ETH. We don't have ETH.
No, we don't.
Ethereum. IRM.
Yep.
EHC.
EHC. All right. We took 5 more stocks on the fly. 3-month graph.
Oh, look, they're going for them low caps.
Nothing wrong with that. I like the play.
Petroleum. Interesting.
I like the play. And on bigger
small cap petroleum. That could be an interesting
What don't I
topic.
like about it, room? Chat. What don't I like about it? Ryan, you should see it as well. What don't I like about it?
I see a divergence.
In what?
The DPOs compared to price?
No, that's not what I was looking at.
Oh.
I'm looking at earnings per share and price moving up. Earnings is slowly moving down.
Oh, yeah, I do see that.
All right. Yeah, that's what I don't like about it. But the stock's price is nicely moving up. Huh? That was
really loud.
so Jim Penna and Todd Schaefer folks are saying that I'm loud. Jim, get out of my office.
You are loud.
That's it. Don't close my door. It's hot in here.
You can close it.
You can close it. I like how Joey just tells them the opposite of what you said.
Right here.
What?
Tell them to listen.
That was Jim Penna closing my door.
Close it.
That was Jim Penna closing my door.
Slam the door.
Just be careful with neighbor. There was the earnings. I don't know what the earnings report is, but it looks like it was good because the stock's price went up. John says Jim
Still in the
and Todd-
fast lane. I like it.
I do too. Jim and Todd are correct. They're not correct. All right. Elf. Slow lane and moving sideways. I'm not feeling
I
it.
mean, that stock had a huge run.
And on rising earnings. And it's still
Put it
rising.
on a 1 year chart.
Huh?
Put it on a 1 year chart.
Here.
Look, that stock went from about $100 to what, over 200?
Yeah. There's the
It
high.
looks like a double top right there, too.
221.
Kind of a triple top.
Energy gave us a super chat.
Oh, thank you, Energy. He said, I got some stocks.
No,
I
and
need
he's
to
got
look
stocks
at."
that he knows that I'm not going to want to look at. He knows that. He know that's why he does it. That's just why he does it. VEV. Type the ones in the room, please. EVGO. Type the ones in the room. And he knows. He knows that that's the way that I'm going to look at those. He knows that that's how I'm going to look at those. Type the ones in the room to appreciate the super chat. All right. I got you, Energy. We're going to look at those now before we finish out these stocks. All
I
right.
would love for someone to just donate dollar after dollar and give nothing but crypto ETFs
Exactly.
for Glenn to
Have to look at. That have to look
analyze
at.
for the entire
That I've
day.
got to look at. All right.
You gotta look.
I got to look at it. Why am I looking at VEV again? Because Energy gave me a super chat. That's why.
Well, Energy looks like
Glenn
we're
is
more than
right.
halfway
Just
through
no,
that
no.
gap
Just say
right
no.
now.
That's what I want you to say. It looks like Energy. Glenn is right. Go ahead. Say that. No. Say that. Okay, whatever.
I hope you're not bullish on this stock, Energy. That's what I am gonna say.
Energy likes this stock. It's got a lot of upside potential. It just ain't right now. It just ain't right now. There's the gap.
Is this Energy's X-Row?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. This is Energy's X-Row. Big time. All right, but I got to look at it. What's the other one? EVGO?
I would be careful. You got the gap right there. It's almost filled.
Yeah. EVGO is not a bad looking play.
That is a nice chart. Even a little bit of a hiccup here, but overall with the market going down, this stock is going up. Not in the fast lane, but it's kind of hugging this Bollinger Band here.
But
you know?
look at the pinch and the break and run.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah, that consolidation breakout. I like it.
This one I'm not so mad at you about on that. All right, I'm not so mad at you about. But VEV I knew was going to be a stock that you put up, but I have to look at it. So, and you know me, I'm going to be honest about it. Ryan didn't want to say that Glenn was right because he's being a hater. That's okay. All right.
I don't think I ever want to say Glenn was right.
Glenn, did you earnings play graph for today? No, I did not. I'll do that real quick. We're only 3 minutes over. Joey's going to be fine.
What happened here? Did this stock go on Reddit or something?
Yeah, it might have been. I'm not. I'm not feeling that. And it broke the
parabolic move to the upside.
I don't know what. Would I buy it? No. Look at no.
Not with the indecision today. Look at the upper and lower wick. Looks like could be a potential doji.
It's got to show me more than just this.
Yeah.
All right. What else is in here? Wow. IRM.
That's a nice chart.
Take some of that off the table, especially if it closes in the middle lane. That's a beautiful looking equity curve. Don't give it all back. Last one, EHC. I like the channel and break out.
Clear breakout to the upside of that
and
channel.
Rising earnings.
That's actually a nice play. I like that.
I do like EHC. All right. Where's the stocks?
Had consolidation for about 2 months there before that breakout.
Glenn's picks, IBM, and now. I said because earnings are coming out after the bell today, right? Let's go look at those. On view the stock graph. Let's go put on my earnings graph layout. Put this on a 3-month graph layout. I got to find it. I got so many.
Ramor says Iron Mountain does data archive storage.
Hmm.
I could See that being a good business.
I could too. Where is it?
Ooh, crossed into the middle lane just before earnings. I'm not liking that.
Growth plays. Where is it? Earnings graph. There we go. IBM. Help me out on this, Ryan. Rising earnings growth. Relative safety falling and below 1. Sales growth falling.
With the state of big tech right now, where it's at in the market, I don't think I'm going to be bullish on IBM.
I think they're going, you know something? I think they beat earnings. I think they miss on revenues. Sales growth is not. I think they beat earnings growth, but I think they miss on revenues, and I don't know what the forward guidance is going to be.
Okay.
All right. I gave you EHC because I like the long basis that they are breaking out of. John, I did like Iron Mountain. All right. And the other one for earnings, ServiceNow. Again, falling relative safety is still above 1, though. I think a high probability that they beat. Earnings is rising. Earnings growth is flat.
By what, 30% or no, 20%?
Yeah.
Earnings growth rate?
Move your mouse. 736 channel. I wonder if they can beat revenue. I think they beat earnings. Again, another one that I think they beat earnings, miss revenue. But we will see what the forward guidance is. And again, I've got no... Now, Chipotle for the win. I stop everything. Oh,
Chipotle for the win.
Taco Bell was not on the list. With Chipotle it is. I think ServiceNow, I don't know what you think. I think they beat earnings but miss revenues. And I don't know what the forward guidance is. You got anything you want to add to that? You don't have to if you don't want to, of course.
I'm just going to say, with the market, with tech, how it is, this is a software company. I would be more bearish than bullish on it.
You got it. All right. 6 minutes over.
Oh, no.
I know. Joey's turning into a pumpkin. Oh, shut up. You got no tea time. Maybe you got a pee time, but you got no tea time. Nobody's going to get mad at you. All right, folks. We're getting ready to go. Ryan, thank you for all of your insight today. Joey, thank you for the lack of your insight today. And we told our story about Cava. Next Wednesday, Ryan, Joey, and I will go. Where's Chipotle? Do we have to go to Mooresville?
No, it's right next to Cava.
Is it really right next to Cava? Wow. All right, I guess we're going to do Chipotle next week.
Yeah, Chipotle is right next to Cava.
I didn't know that.
In Birkdale.
All right. And I think we're going to go early enough to go to the new Apple store in Birkdale as well.
I want to try that virtual headset.
All right. I think we'll try to put that up as a short for next week as well. Folks, don't forget to watch Ryan's video tonight. As I showed you on the performance graph, the money is still going into the IWM, and Ryan's going to give you some great ideas on how to find some stocks in that space. Good scary session, Glenn. How the hell was it scary? What was scary about it?
Your camera's on.
Wow!
Got him.
I'm finna hang up. What if I click on leave? What happens?
Hey! Don't ask dumb questions. You won't get dumb
Wow.
answers.
Joey reiterated a valuable lesson that cash is a play, and something. I'm with Joey on that. I think that is
Cash
a good deal.
is a position.
All right.
And we tend to forget that.
All right. We're getting ready to go. Adios. Arrivederci. Ciao. Arawai. Sayonara. Aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Praying for all of the people who don't have rain and praying for the people who are getting too much rain. Odabu. Bom dia. Salam. Shalom. Namaste. Yasu. Until next time, folks. See ya.